Episode 7, Hood Day. Every neighborhood had that one day, the day everybody waited for. Not Christmas, not 4th of July, but it was a holiday. The grills came out, the music got louder, and people who hadn't spoken to each other in months suddenly acted like family again. In Terrace Gardens, that day was called Hood Day. But Hood Day wasn't just a party, it was a pause. A moment where the neighborhood pretended the weight of real life didn't exist, even though everybody knew it would still be there tomorrow. You could feel Hood Day coming before the sun even rose. The night before Miss Sheila had the entire community center moving like a construction site. Put those tables over there. No, not that speaker, the big one. Jose Delgado carried folding chairs across the courtyard like he had done 1,000 times before. This neighborhood throws bigger events than a city, he muttered. Someone climbed a ladder and hung a huge banner across a basketball fence, reading Terrace Gardens, Hood Day, Block Party. For one night, the place looked almost proud. By morning, the courtyard had transformed. Smoke from grills curled the sky, music blasted from the speakers, balanced on milk crates. Kids ran through the courtyard with water guns screaming like the world had no problems. Old heads sat around domino tables slamming tiles like it was a championship. The whole place smelled like barbecue sauce, charcoal, and summer heat. Even people who usually stayed inside came out. That was the power of Hood Day. For one day, everybody tried to believe things were okay. I stepped outside and watched everything for a moment. Dre was in the middle of the basketball court dancing terribly. "You practicing?" I asked. "Nah," he said proudly. "I'm performing later." That's unfortunate for everybody. Jojo walked by carrying a stack of paper plates like he worked for a catering company. "I'm in charge of food distribution." "Who put you in charge?" "Leadership." Peanut ran past holding a football. "Game starting in 5 minutes." Nita yelled from the bleachers, "Dre danced like his bones arguing with each other." The whole court laughed, even Dre. For a moment, the neighborhood felt light, like everybody had collectively agreed to forget their problems. But I knew something. You could hide stress behind music and food, but it never actually disappeared. It just waited. Miss Bernice had a table set up near the playground selling candy and frozen cups. Baby Tay stood in front of her negotiating like a businessman. "If I buy 2 juices, can I get a free chip?" "You get what you pay for," she said. Cece walked by with her friends, trying very hard to look older than what they were. I gave her a warning look. She rolled her eyes, but she stayed close to the playground. Progress. Around noon, something shifted. You could feel it before you saw it. Whispers spread through the courtyard. Kids started running. "He here! Slim Vicious here!" Suddenly, the whole neighborhood started moving towards the parking lot. Dre grabbed my arm. "Hey, what?" "Slim Vicious! Slim Vicious!" The rapper that grew up in Terrace Gardens before making it big. Everybody had a story about him. He used to live in Building C. He used to hoop in his court. My cousin went to school with him. And neighborhoods like ours, success belonged to everybody because it proved something was possible. A black Escalade rolled slowly into the lot. When the door opened, the whole place exploded. Girls screaming, phones in the air, old heads yelling his name, "Slim Vicious!" Slim Vicious stepped out smiling like he had seen this moment before. Chain shining, fresh sneakers, but the surprising thing wasn't the jury, it was how comfortable he looked. Like this was still home. Women rushed forward. "Oh my God, he's so fine. Take a picture with me." Dre was losing his mind. "That's Slim Vicious." Jojo nodded impressed. "He really made it." Peanut tried to push through the crowd but got shoved back. Meanwhile, I stood there watching everything. I leaned towards Dre and said, "Man, I don't get it." "Man, what? You don't get what?" All the screaming. Dre stared at me like I had insulted music itself. "That's Slim Vicious." "Man, I know. He famous." "I know. And you just standing there like he the mailman." I shrugged. "Man, he's still a person." Dre shook his head. "Man, you weird." Maybe he was right, but something in me always looked past the noise. Slim Vicious moved through the crowd, shaking hands, hugging neighbors, laughing with people who remembered him as a kid. He stopped when he saw Jose. "Mr. Delgado." Jose laughed loudly. "You still remember me? You fixed my mother's sink like 20 times. Remember that?" "I remember everything." Then Slim walked over to Miss Sheila. She hugged him tight. "You finally came back." "Man, I told you I would." Then he walked into the stage and grabbed the microphone. The crowd went quiet. "All right, listen up. Everybody lean forward. I ain't just come back to perform." He reached into a large bag behind him. "I brought something for the neighborhood." The crowd got louder instantly. "New rims for the basketball court." People cheered. "New computers for the community center." More cheering. "And a pan for school supplies for every kid in Terrace Gardens this year." The entire courtyard exploded. People clapped, kids screamed, old heads nodded proudly, and suddenly Hood Day didn't feel like just a party anymore. It felt like hope. Later, Slim performed on the stage. The whole courtyard packed in. Kids climbed playground equipment. People stood on car hoods. Music bounced off apartment buildings like thunder. Even Malik stood quietly near the crowd watching. When the show ended, Slim stayed around taking pictures. Dre shoved me forward. "Go!" "Man, go where?" "Take a picture." "I don't even care like that." "Man, just go." I walked awkwardly. Slim looked at me. "Are you good?" "Yeah." "You from here?" "Yeah." He nodded slowly. "Man, that's what's up." We took the picture. Before I walked away, he tapped my shoulder. "Stay focused out here, man," he said. "There's a lot of traps in the neighborhoods like this." Then he smiled. "It's also where the strongest people come from." The night I sat by the window again with my notebook. The courtyard lights buzzed softly. People were still outside talking about Slim Vicious. Kids replaying the performance, old heads telling stories. Hood Day had given everybody something rare. Hope. And even if it only lasted one day, I started writing. My journal, I wrote, "Sometimes success looks like leaving, but maybe real success is remembering why you left in the first place. The neighborhood has traps. Everybody knows that, but maybe God lets some people escape those traps so they can come back and remind everyone else what's possible. And maybe the real test isn't just getting out. Maybe it's who you become once you do." Chapter 7, Hood Day.